This is Noodle, and today I go into my most top secret pro tip, the one that is guaranteed to get you called a hacker and get you banned a lot. Let's talk about it. Today, everyone, I'm going to be showing you my most top secret pro tip, a pro tip I have been doing since Battlefield 3, a pro tip that has gotten me banned multiple times because people think I'm using a damage modifier, and a pro tip that will win you 90+% of your tank v tank battles, and it is the RPG switch. And what it is hopping out and RPGing your enemy while in an engagement. And there's several scenarios to doing this, and let's run through a couple of them here. And the first thing to remember about doing the RPG switch is make it a habit. Whatever you have your RPG bound as, push that button just before you get in any vehicle, so you get out and it's already up. Make that a habit. See, I just hit it just as I'm getting in, and it's already ready when I get out. Gun in, push it in. Okay, and there's multiple scenarios to this. Scenario 1, you're rolling around on the battlefield and you look over there. There he is. He doesn't even see you're there. He's just looking at the beautiful Battlefield 4 flowers, searching for someone that's glitching out to kill, or a nice camper, and you're just like, oh baby, I'm gonna get this guy. But you know what? If you just hit him right now, he's gonna turn and shoot you, and you're gonna be on the same plane as he is. He's gonna have just as much damage done to you as you have done to him. So what do? Before firing your cannon at him and hitting him, get out. Since you already hit your RPG, you have it ready to go, and fire at him. Get back in your tank and you hit him. You just did 45 damage to him within a couple seconds, and he's just sitting there like, where did that come from, and how am I going to recover from it? It is pretty impossible to come back from that, because he is almost half damaged. I'm using the Sabot shell here, so I did 45 damage. If you're using the high explosive round, you're going to do 50 damage, especially if you get a good side shot him like that. It does more damage than if you get an angle shot. There is pretty much no way he can come back from that. Now let's take a look at when you come on up on a tank and you're in a fair one-on-one battle, and he sees you, he's shooting at you, and the key to this is to time it. Say that tank hits me right now. You have a couple seconds for that reload. You have about 3 seconds to hop out. If he shot you right now, hop out, hit him with that RPG, and get back in during the time in which he is reloading. And it is key to do it while he's reloading, so he doesn't hit you while you're out of the tank and you die. Let's do that one more time. Let's make sure this thing's all reloaded there. Let's pretend you get shot right now. You got shot. Hop out, RPG him, hop back in, shoot him again. It's just one little advantage that you're going to get on that tank driver that I've never seen anyone do it to me. I've done it to tank after tank after tank after tank and won so many battles doing this. And having that extra 25 damage on your side, especially when you get snuck up on, is key to winning battle after battle in Battlefield 4. Here's another scenario. Say you're in a battle with an LAV. An LAV, you have to approach it a lot differently, and you have to approach it differently for an anti-air vehicle, so this applies to an anti-air vehicle battle as well. A lot of times when going one-on-one with an LAV, you really don't need to get out and RPG it, due to the fact that the LAV is quite a bit weaker than the tank, and you should have absolutely no problem winning a one-on-one heads-up battle. But say you're down a little bit, you have a little bit of damage, and then that LAV has a chance of beating you, you have to do what you can do to win that battle and not die. that being said, you do have to approach it differently. An LAV can pretty much lay constant barrage of fire on you if it has the Zuni rockets and the T-shells installed. It can pretty much fire its rockets, boom, switch over the T-shells, or if it has the 25mm cannons on it, it can pretty much fire constantly. So if you got out right here and he's firing at you, this is probably what he's going to be firing at, and you're just going to die. And therefore, you have to control where you get out. And in order to control where you get out on a tank, you point your turret. If I want to get out over here, boom, I'm out over here. If I want to get out behind me, I can get out behind me just by pointing where my gun is pointed. That's how I can control what side I want to get out on. So if you're rolling up on an LAV, say I'm getting fired at here, pretend world here. What you want to do is hide yourself. You want to hide yourself behind your tank here. You don't want to be exposed. You want to be over here, and you want to shoot across the bow there and get that shot in, hop back in and get that other shot. And like I said, only use this really if you're just down on health. One-on-one tanks versus LAVs, the tank is going to win 90% of the time, unless you're dealing with a very good LAV driver, in which there are quite a few of them out there. I'm not docking LAV drivers, but the tank is the superior vehicle in Battlefield 4. And one important thing to remember when doing the RPG against the tank or an LAV is your RPG will reload while you're in the tank. Let's take this example. Fire there, get in, fire at it, wait a couple seconds, and look, hop out, and the RPG, you see the one at the bottom of the screen there is already reloaded. So all you have to do, click your whatever key you have bound to pull out your RPG originally, hop out, click it twice, and boom, you can fire it. Instead of, let's fire this here. Instead of waiting for that whole animation, even though it's already reloaded, you just go like that, and it's ready to fire. That quickly, and you're back in business. It just speeds it up and makes you able to take out vehicles quicker if you have to use the RPG against a tank or LAV twice. And a few things to remember about this is you can use any rocket with this. I use the Law rocket on bigger maps. Some people call the Law rocket a new missile, but you know what? It's in the game. Use it at your disposal. It does do less damage, and on these bigger maps where you're shooting across longer distances, it does help you to have that little bit of buffer at the end to hit that vehicle. And on the smaller maps, I tend to switch to the RPG or the SMAW. The RPG does a little bit more damage, but the SMAW is a lot straighter, flies a lot flatter, and it helps you just, again, if it's a slightly bigger map, like a moderate map, the SMAW might be a better choice. But also, I mean, you can use the SRAW as well. The SRAW's pretty fun on any of the maps, and works particularly well if you sneak up on your enemy. You can get that good, like, 30 damage, and combine the SRAW with the high explosive round, and you're doing 50, 60 damage right off the bat. And this is just one of those tricks that can really help you move the battle line. This is all uncut footage here. I hopped in this round kind of midway here. My team was down a couple hundred tickets, and I just started pushing this left flank, just start one by one taking these tanks out, pushing real slow, moving that battle line that I talked about in one of my past videos that I got a lot of discussion about. Just keep that battle line moving by working just on vehicle by vehicle, and we end up winning this round. But to recap of this video, remember, you can use this with any vehicle. This works with the anti-air vehicle, this works with the LAV, this works with the tank, and I've done videos about how I've used this in the Little Bird as well. I'll put a link to that in the description below and on the video right here. And when you get started with this, don't expect to be a pro at it right away. When I started doing this back in Battlefield 3, it took me a while. I mean, it's a timing thing. It's something that you have to have the muscle memory. You have to be able to remember how to do this, and there's so many different scenarios to doing this. You just take your time and you will become good at it. It is a super good trick to have in your little playbook when you're down in the dirt there and you got some damage. It's just a good thing to know how to do. And I'd like to invite all you guys, a lot of you guys, I'm getting new subscribers every day. I'd like to invite everyone who's new to this to subscribe. If you'd like to see videos like this every day, I spill my guts out on YouTube every day. Every little Battlefield skill that I have come up with, I put on YouTube for free to help the Battlefield 4 community. I'd invite all of you to subscribe. I enjoy doing this. It's a fun thing to do. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Until next time, my name is Noodle. Always remember, use your noodle.